Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints View, the channel for something content for our big match preview ahead of a huge game at Goodison Park on Thursday night against Everton. The biggest game of the restart, possibly one of the biggest games of our season. Either side need to win if they are serious about finishing in the top half. Very close together, very tight in that table. It is going to be a big one. Now, not in the usual settings. This is going to be a relatively quick match preview. Obviously because of the quick turnaround with the games, given the fact that it's midweek. But like I said, big game. You know, we're 13th at the moment, but if we beat Everton, we leapfrog them, build a 2-point gap over them, and potentially go level in points with 10th place Burnley, and we'd be 11th. So yeah, it's a big one, but we have to do something that we haven't done in almost 23 years, and that is beat Everton at Goodison Park in the Premier League. Last time it was November 1997, I believe, a 2-0 win. So yeah, it's overdue. But before we get into it, do make sure you have hit subscribe with your notifications turned on if you're new. Lots of regular content coming up over the next couple of weeks as we continue to cover Saints' restart to the Premier League with the next 5 games. Follow us on our socials as well. Right, let's get into it. Now, of course, always in the previews, we look at the last game, and that for Saints was a monumental victory. 1-0 against Manchester City. I mean, up there with one of the best, if not the best performances of the season. Definitely our best home performance of this season. I mean, a monumental effort from the boys. Defensively sound, and we took our, not one chance, but definitely took one of our better chances early on and just battled against one of the best, if not the best team in the entire country and one of the best in Europe. I mean, they didn't even play badly on the day, City. It was just a case of we literally blocked everything or got everything away. McCarthy had a great game as well, saved plenty of shots, and defensively we were just incredible. And how good was it to see Shea Adams finally get his first goal for the Saints? And, you know, the guy hasn't scored all season. He's never scored a Premier League goal. And then he goes up against Manchester City and scores from 39 yards. You just cannot write it. But it puts us in a really comfortable position. We're mathematically safe from relegation. I mean, during the whole restart, we've been looking at the table, let's be honest, and sort of looking at that top half as the ambition, and having a look at some of the fixtures of the teams in and around us, having a look at, obviously, our fixtures. We've got a really good chance. I said it in a couple of live streams with our watch longs that I don't think top half is a possibility. I think it's beyond us. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I think what this team's capable of is something very special, and it comes with a win on Thursday. You know, I think if we don't win on Thursday, if we lose the game, you know, Everton build that gap, it becomes a little bit difficult. A draw, okay, not ideal because we'd still be 3 points at least off of the top half. But a win, I mean, a win would be, you know, a win is vital if we're really serious about it. I don't want to talk about Europe, you know, given the fact that 8th this season might be enough for a Europa League spot with City's ban. It's just beyond me. It's just kind of mental still that it's, you know, we can be talking about that. Given the start to the season that we had, you know, who would have thought that we'd be talking about a possibility of clinching a Europa League spot, you know, at this stage of the season. But anyway, let's focus on Everton. We've got a decent record against them at home. Away, not so much. But the last couple of games against them over the last couple of seasons haven't been great. We obviously lost to them at St Mary's back in November, one of the worst performances of the season. I mean, Everton was so poor, yet we lost 2-1. And they obviously have a new manager now, and Carlo Ancelotti, someone who I think was a great coup for them. They've done well to get him in, and there've been clear changes, you know, that I've been impressed with. They're scoring more goals. They seem to be a bit more assured at the back, and they've climbed the table just like we did. You know, I think Everton and Southampton have had pretty similar seasons, to be honest. Started very poorly, and had that turnaround sort of around December time. Obviously with Everton, it was a new manager. But with this game, I think we're quite lucky, to be honest, because we have our next game on Monday. You know, technically this is a midweek fixture where really we should be playing on the Sunday, but we've got an extra day. We play Man United on Monday night. So really, I don't see any need for rotation. I know we played on Sunday, but why change a winning team? You know, especially in not a must-win game. I don't want to put that sort of pressure on it, but a huge game that really we could do with winning. Because you know, if you look at how we've done over the restart and the teams that Ralph has put out, obviously against Watford we made loads of changes. I know we had suspensions, injuries, etc. But the midfield was class. Romeo and Ward-Prowse played excellently, and then Armstrong and Redmond on the wings did well. Ings and Adams were excellent up front as well, and that defence was just so strong against City. Why change it? Personally, I don't see a need to. But like I said, mixed record against Everton. They are a mixed bag usually, and they've also had a very good restart, to be fair. So far they've only lost one game, pretty much almost an identical record. But their first loss of the restart was last night on Monday against Spurs. They lost 1-0. Didn't really watch the game, didn't look into it too much, didn't sound like a classic. But the thing about Everton that I've been impressed with in the restart is how few goals they've conceded, 2 so far, meaning that it's going to be a very difficult game for us. It's going to be difficult for us to score. Right, Future Dan here. Didn't think we were going to get over the line in time for me to add this clip, but we did, which is great. So a big thank you to Cam from the Mighty Blues. He's been on the channel before for sending in some Oppo insight. Here he is on Everton season and how he's feeling ahead of the game.
Hello everyone over on the Saints View. Dan has kindly asked me to come on and give a little bit of an oppositional preview ahead of Thursday's game between Everton and Southampton. My name is Cameron, I run the Everton fan channel, The Mighty Blues. Listen, I think it's a massive game for both sides in and around about the same positions in the league table. Obviously Everton coming off the back of a very disappointing 1-0 defeat against Tottenham Hotspur, a game that we lacked desire, we lacked energy, we lacked hunger, and we lacked any sort of creativity. Our midfield's a massive worry and has been for quite a long time, certainly since Adesina Gay left the football club in the summer. So that's something that we need to fix, you know, ASAP really, certainly in the transfer window. And it's going to be a tough game on Thursday night. You guys in very good form, obviously coming off the back of that 1-0 victory against Manchester City. Fantastic goal as well from 45 yards. And, you know, you've got some really talented players, the likes of Danny Ings, who don't like him because of his affiliation with Liverpool Football Club, but he is a good player, to be fair. He's in very good form, and he does tend to play well when he plays against Everton. Che Adams is in decent form as well. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, obviously, is a player that Everton have been linked to consistently over the last sort of few weeks and months or so. Somebody that, I dare say, Carlo Ancelotti will have seen an awful lot of. So, listen, it's going to be a tough game for Everton. It is, and you know, from an Everton point of view, I think we need to bounce back from that defeat against Tottenham, because it really wasn't a good performance whatsoever by us. You know, it was lackadaisical. We didn't look interested, and Tottenham didn't have to do much whatsoever. They really didn't have much in the game, and we made it very easy for them. So I'd like to hope that we'll bounce back. Obviously, Carlo Ancelotti being our manager, have done fantastic so far since Carlo Ancelotti has come in. Certainly, given the current squad that he's got and the quality of the current players, he's done fantastically well to turn the form around. You know, within the top 6 on the form table since he's come into the football club. Big win against Leicester a week or so ago. Beat Norwich as well. So we've had a decent run of form since the return to the Premier League. 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. But the 1 loss obviously wasn't the greatest way to lose a game. We really didn't look interested. So I'm expecting a bounce back from Everton Football Club on Thursday. It'll be a tough game, don't get me wrong. Southampton in very good form. You know, at the start of the season, there was a worry that there could potentially be a relegation fight on the hands for you, but I think Ralph Hasenhüttl has done a fantastic job in turning it round, and you look like a real solid team now. And like I said, in and around us in the Premier League, it's a big game in regards to positioning as well. Whoever wins this one will have a big step up in regards to the end of the Premier League season. So look, it's going to be tough for Everton. It is going to be tough. Obviously, I'll always back me team and me side. I think we need to bounce back, and I think this is a very good opportunity to do it against a good side in good form. I'm probably going to go with 2-1 Everton for the scoreline. Again, I think we've got a lot of creativity. Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, 2 players who are very creative. The midfield is a massive worry for me, and it is every single time we play, because it's pretty much absent every single time we play. But you know, we're just going to have to deal with it and hopefully pick up the 3 points. Like I said, we have to stay compact defensively. Hopefully Mason Holgate hasn't got any sort of serious injury. Went off injured yesterday against Spurs, but hopefully it's only a little bit of an impact injury and he'll be fit for Thursday. But I'm excited for the game. Hopefully Everton can pick up the 3 points. However, it won't be an easy game. Big thanks to Dan for asking me to come on and provide my oppositional preview. If you want to check us out, it's the Mighty Blues on YouTube, Mighty Blues YT on Twitter as well. Massive thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Obviously, come on, you Blues, from an Evertonian. I'm going to go with 2-1. But yeah, let's see what happens. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for doing that, mate. Right, back to the preview. But I do think it's going to be a tight one. I don't think it's going to be a goal fest. I think the fact that we haven't won at Goodison Park since the late 90s is a blow. But to be honest, I can't think of a better opportunity we've ever had since I've been a Saints fan in over my 18 years to win at Goodison Park. To be honest, when we had Mark Hughes in the Pellegrino season, just before the end of the season, where we had to sort of win our games to stay up, I thought we had a good chance to win that day. Obviously, we drew, should have won that one. Last season was a bit of a difficult one. What was it, like the first away game of the season, and then we went to their place another couple of weeks later, beat them in the cup on penalties. But I think the fact that we're one of the best teams in the league away from home this season, it's behind closed doors. It kind of feels like this is the best opportunity we've had, and it's been so long. It's been so long. You know, I've not been alive for a Premier League win at Goodison Park. It's about time that we change that. And so, you know what? I'm going to predict a win. I do think we're going to go and win this one. I think we don't win 3 in a row very often, and I can't really think of fixtures where it's lined up better than this. Watford, we were excellent. Man City, we were arguably even better. You know, that was obviously a surprise result. I'm just hoping that we don't have a hangover from that Man City win and go and lose the game. Like I said, it's probably not a must win, but it's a must not lose. I think if we lose it, then probably wave goodbye to top half ambitions. Everton are a great side. Richarlison is a player I really like. Calvert-Lewin's had a great season. Their defence is very strong. So it's going to be a very tight game. I think both sides go into it with pretty similar form. I'm going to predict a 1-0 win with Dan Ings to score. He loves a goal at Goodison Park, so I'm going to predict him to bag and for us to get the 3 points. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. If you have enjoyed it, leave it a like. Make sure you have subscribed if you haven't yet already. Let me know your score predictions down below and how you're feeling ahead of the game on Thursday night. Personally, I'm quietly confident, but I'm hoping that's not a jinx. And yeah, see you tomorrow for our predicted lineup. Until then, see you soon. Take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow.